Hey everyone, and welcome to the first trailer roast stream in more than a year. Everyone in chat is already riled up. I've been surprised. Last few streams, we've been having some pretty good view numbers. We had 50 people waiting. Maybe all of them are gonna leave again now. I remember the last time we did one of these streams, trailer roast streams, which was over a year ago. In all fairness, I think we hit at most 50 viewers or something. So it's nice to see you guys here. Sockhouse, Schmicky, Drew Dowsett, Benjamin, Demetrius, and of course Giggle. We're doing demonic audio today. I'm not sure exactly what you mean with demonic audio, Breno Day. But yeah. Oh. My wife is coming to say hi as well. She's been looking at the streams every time. And she might be roasting a trailer later on as well. Sub-Zero took a quick nap to make it on time. You have issues. She's real. Quite real. My audio has serious echo. Really?
Hi, Mrs. Moon.
Does anyone else have audio issues? Or just me? Yeah, I think we should be fine. I don't know, Brando, if it's you or me. Nobody else is complaining about the audio, so I'm just assuming it's okay. Okay. So, it's just a step. Anyways, guys, this stream is not gonna have any ads, because even if I put ads on here, it's gonna get claimed because everyone decides to use copyrighted music in their trailers, even though they may not realize it. The real boss behind Bite Me is there. Yeah, that's the one throwing slippers at me if I don't earn enough. Just a little bit low on your end. I think the low, I can understand and I can fix this. Refreshed audio is fixed. It was all in your browser at the end of the day. So yeah, enjoy. Fuck. Now I'm way quieter. Now I should be better. Your trailer is copy free. There is always somebody who doesn't. So I have a bunch of trailers today. There's one more, but my face is in the way. I think I can hide it here. And I think I can also make this a lot bigger so you guys can actually see the trailers better as well. We're going to just watch them. I'm going through all of them in my actual video editing software, because then we can if we need to change something, do some quick edits, or we can play with the volume, because that's the first thing that I notice. I just want to start with a PSA. Don't do this. So what you can see here is you see waveforms, and as you can see, the top is flat. This means this is going to sound horrible. The audio is clipping here. So what you want to have instead is trailers that have waveforms like this, where there is no flat flat lines. I think this one also has it very strong, where you see they're kind of capped out. So you don't want to do that. I installed DaVinci last night, yeah. So generally you want to aim for your audio, for your trailer to be at around -12 to -6 dB. You never want to go all the way up to 0. So yeah. Are you accepting new submissions? If you do !trailers, you can see how to submit. I don't know if you're still going to be covered today. I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing these things. But we'll see. You can always still submit. We do these streams more than just once, basically. I see my trailer and they're going to go for lunch. Please don't show mine until I'm back. I think it's still going to be a while until we get to your game, so you should be fine. 8-hour stream? No way, guys. You saw the boss earlier. She's going to kill you if we do the 8-hour stream. The 8-hour streams only happens when the boss is on PTO. So yeah. I think that's it, basically. I think we can just get started. This one is the trailer for Luminous Realms, Luminous Nights. We played this one before. I am gonna have to play around a bit with the volume levels, so I don't know if something is going to be crazy loud or not. The idea is we're just going to watch the entire trailer once, and then we're gonna go back through it. What did we like? What did we not like? And all of those things. So let's just dive into it. Did you look at the Kingdom Hearts to understand the same genre type? Not that much. Also, the trailers just started like this was the first one, Bolcha. So I saw some people already kind of had the thoughts of like Prince of Persia. I think the biggest problem that this trailer has is that there's not enough game for the length of trailer. Where we're looking at like a trailer that's like 1 minute of actual gameplay. But also having played the game, there's like one level and there's combat and that's it. And I think the first 30 seconds are just a tad too long. Like up until like this point where you like do the spells and everything, it feels like also there's very little variation in the enemies. So it's like, okay, I see red enemies once here and I see them again. And you always see the exact same enemies. And it kind of makes it feel way more repetitive, and you also don't have that color variation. I think that's a big thing that we'll probably see better examples of in later trailers, where an easy way to make your trailer less kind of like boring, I guess, is by having different like primary overlying colors in your game, basically. Of like you have a stage that's like a coastal beach and you have like more like sand, for example, and then you have a stage that's more like a forest, which is more blue. Not blue, forests aren't blue, more green. And then you could be shown the exact same gameplay of like the actual mechanic that you're doing, but by one of them being in the green forest and one of them being on like the more yellow coastal environment, you still get like some different vibes in terms of like, okay, I'm doing something new here, and your brain like kind of stays interested in that regard. And this one definitely misses it of like everything is the same color. This entire game, except for the UI, feels like the same stage. And partially this is because it is just the same stage. All of that as well. Less variation in your trailers that you have, the shorter your trailer should be. Yeah, I think like this would be a trailer I would cut 20 seconds off, probably. And just keep it at that, basically. Game also feels prime for a desert level. Yeah, having like... instead of blue/orange, I don't know, like blue, yeah. Or like having like daylight levels even. Having an oasis, having something like that. So yeah. The real Mr. Wolf has pointed out already, you need doodads in there, like just a level. I don't know like how the Heart Cycle level design is. But yeah, it does feel a bit empty. I do think the combat is being showcased pretty good. That's like the main thing that this trailer does well. Of showing different things, maybe also some dumb stuff, but like here, the guy's like talking, but there's like, you know, this is where you would add like that Animal Crossing style vibe, like just to kind of add up the sound effects a little bit more here. I think otherwise, you show like some of the platforming. The cool stuff also, I would kind of put stuff like this as well. Here, like this section of combat with like the spell way earlier. Because that's a problem as well now. The combat at the start is just a very basic like combat, I would say. Of like, yeah, it's cool, but we're doing, what is it, 20 seconds, and all you're doing is still a hack and slash basically. Whereas I think this shot, like from here basically, is way more like dynamic and also shows like more of like, okay, this is what we're going to be doing later on. It's kind of that cold open as well. This trailer has no real cold open, where in the first 15 seconds you kind of show the entire game at first and then you slow it down again. Where I would make this trailer have the first 15 seconds include probably this piece of show like very simple platforming. Show like one jump of the platforming. I don't think I would show the UI yet. And then just like some combat. Maybe the duck as the ending of the cold open. Oh. And then after that first 10-15 seconds, then do the rest of the trailer basically. I think the ending is also good of having this running. And then turning it into kind of the transition overlapping view. I think that's good as well. I think it's mainly the pacing of this trailer that I am dealing with the most, that I would change. I think you can make this trailer work with the exact same footage by shortening it and reordering it. And I think you can definitely turn the trailer a little bit better. Also, no call to action. There is a call to action MD. You just needed to wait a little bit longer. Zoomers these days, they have no patience. So yeah, there is a call to action still. I think overall, like, that part is good. Also, like, they have some good ambience. I feel like I recognize the footstep asset or something, but that's fine. It's a very calm ending. I think like the music choice is also very good. I don't know how to describe it. I think it might be a little bit too loud compared to the actual like combat sound effects and like game sound effects. But I wouldn't say that it's like bad. I think it's very much a decent. I think the overall trailer score that I would give this, if we're gonna rank it, which I don't know if we're gonna do for everything, I would give this like a 6 or a 6.5 out of 10 maybe. Of like, you can do this is a good trailer to have up if you're like still earlier on in your game's development. But I think definitely there's a lot of like quick wins you can do. Well, not quick wins, but like you just need more of a game to make a better trailer at this point, basically. So yeah, the trailer works for fans of Hearts. Maybe they'll understand it, but I think it can still be done a little bit better. Also, since the game seems to be a platform, I sincerely hope the dev of this game works on trying to deploy to Switch at some point. I think that's going to be a plan as well. Platforming parts to paint on ledges that can be climbed out. That's just... We're not focusing on the game here. We played this game at a previous live stream once already. So there's a demo out as well if you want to try it out. I'm going to just open a third tab because I know this one. Also, why do I have a notification? Because Doom was on sale. Luminous Nights. Yeah. So like there is it's a playtest, but it's marked as a demo. Oh no, it is a playtest. Yeah. So like there is an earlier thing. How long do you spend on making trailers? I never spent more than like 1 day on it. That's kind of like my thing of like I want to get start to finish done with the trailer, start in the morning, and I'm done by the evening. And it includes like sending out multiple iterations to like Thomas and William so they can give some feedback as well on them. But I really think like 1 day is like the perfect time box. I don't want to spend long run trailers, and I think in 1 day, if the game is there and the game is good enough to make a trailer about it, it doesn't take that long to make the trailer, basically. So yeah. Anyways, that was the first trailer. Now you understand the vibes. I think it was a good first contender. So now let's take a look at some of the roles. I'm going to slightly lower the volume because I think it's going to be a little bit too loud otherwise. But let's take a look.
Welcome, new member. You have been chosen to serve. Obey, serve, cleanse. Your hands give purpose. Daily tasks bring order. Order brings harmony.
You are never alone. The Force sees you. He watches. He knows. Please him.
Okay, I think so far pretty good as well. I think what this trailer did very well is explain the game. I also like the music of like, on the one hand it's like cozy, and then on the other hand there's like certain parts like more serious. Of like, this is a cozy cultist simulator, I guess. What's the scary thing? I think that's maybe one thing. There's like no real jump scares here. I think the scariest thing you have is like this image, or like the body bag, or like maybe this church. There's no real jump scare in the trailer, indeed. Yeah, or like a monster or anything. Which is one thing. I think also something that I think is like pretty good, but maybe I would have zoomed in more on it. It's like they're using voiceover, which I think voiceover is always good if you can incorporate it, but you need to have something like subtitles, and they did that here with like the TV has subtitles. I think especially there was like one scene here where that kind of disappears.
You are never alone.
Like if you can read fast enough, you can still read it, but now this is basically unreadable, which is like one problem. I would maybe have zoomed in a little bit more on the TV scenes, just like this much or something, just so it's a bit bigger, and then stay away from like actually putting subtitles on. I think this is a better approach to kind of stay like lore accurate, but I would have zoomed in a little bit more. Maybe a bird jump scare on the environmental one would work well. I think that is a good one indeed, of like having just something like auditory of like an impact when you are like walking around here somewhere. I think it also explains the gameplay loop very well. Of like, hey, it's cult indoctrination simulator at the end of the day, and I think the art for it is very good as well. I'm actually curious. Earlier today, Gamealytic was down. Okay, it's back. How this game is performing. I don't know how much they have done in terms of wish. Okay, they have done 0 marketing basically, because they are at 36 wish lists. They do have their trailer up here as well. But yeah, they have a surprisingly low amount of things. Newest member of a quiet, watchful cult, completed task, followed routine. Wow, only 30 minutes. That kind of surprises me that it's such a short game. Is this kind of like overtime anomaly, but in a cult? Because I feel like that is a very cool concept, at least, as well. Where like the atmosphere makes it a lot better as well. So yeah, I'm surprised it's supposedly only 30 minutes. Ah. The trailer is AI generated for the sound. Wow, my dude, you don't have to repeat it so much that you're that you're not using AI for anything else than the voice lines. But yeah, I think it's pretty fun. Now that we know, I want to kind of listen to it again.
Welcome, new member. You have been chosen to serve.
I think it's fine. I think it's more than fine here for the trailer. I think I couldn't tell earlier as well.
Cleanse. Your hands give purpose.
But it really does fit well here, I would say. I think this is a solid 8 out of 10 trailer, probably. I would say. As in, it explains the gameplay loop well. I think maybe if I am to nitpick here on what I don't like about the trailer, is less about the trailer, more about some of the gameplay sections. Like for example, the way this tree is being chopped here. It's like how it just changes texture. You see, like now it's one thing, and then like, suddenly the entire tree changes because how like the subdivisions work and all of that. Is it just a demo that's 30 minutes, or am I missing something? I'm pretty sure it's the full game that is 30 minutes. You can pause. So I think that is more of the thing. I think this could work maybe even longer. Thanks, by the way, for the follow as well, Bolicha S. And that's once again the thing of like the gameplay will always be the most important thing for your trailer. I think also stupid stuff like the camera sway here is very good, like attention to detail, to always make sure that like, even though you're just watching the TV, the scene never looks static because you still have like some stuff.
Daily tasks bring order.
You are never alone. The Force sees you.
So I think also sound design. Like this is, for example, a very nice part that I just want to like highlight again of like, okay, we have a lot of risers, so like tension goes up. And then it just goes back to the cozy music. And like more of like cozy cultist simulator again. Instead of actual like evil. And then here we have the final thing. I would maybe also change the call to action screen to not be this dynamic or moving. Like, you still put a blur on it, but it just feels like a little bit too scatterbrained. Unless the guy was like actually like running away and making it that more clear of like, hey, I'm like running and I'm like, you're like panting. But I think otherwise it should be pretty good. I think this one is a solid 8 out of 10, I would say. Yeah. So far, Bite Me has been cooking. That brings us to the third trailer. This trailer, the game's called Neuron Activation. I did a tiny peek earlier already. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least.
Well done, Neuron Activation. Model 87-C. Do not fail again.
Ready to rush activation. Do not trust him. Please stay in the red area.
Deviation acknowledged. Further evaluation required. Neural surge. Acceptable. Road weapon. Are you human? Flawless.
Okay, so I think I once again see some trends in the chat as well. I think I saw Lyric play this. Didn't know Bite Me chat made this. I didn't know, is this game out already, or did they just play the trailer? Let's take a quick look. Neuron Activation. They have just a demo. What are we looking at, like wishlist wise? Okay, so 8K wishlist right now, so pretty solid numbers. This game feels like a UI guy decided to make a game, and like his main job is just to make stuff in Figma, and then he was like, "Fuck it, we'll make a game." Where I think like, yeah, the UI and the motion graphics are immaculate. My few points of complaint, I really don't like the AI text-to-speech. Not the AI, like this is like the pre-AI text-to-speech, like the old school one.
Model 87-C.
Like the one that's like included in Windows. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. I'm not sure. That's a side thing. I think the biggest problem I have from this trailer is I don't really understand what the game is, apart from just like click on stuff. Like, is it an incremental game? It's a puzzle game? I don't really get that, basically. I think that is the biggest problem. Like, does it look interesting? 100%. Easy to understand? Yes. But what is the end goal? A rhythm puzzle game filled with micro challenges. I could not really like, I couldn't fully see that. So this is the demo trailer. We also had an announcement trailer.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
Yeah, this was also very good. So you just have to like solve everything on each board, I guess, is the game. This is maybe a game that we want to play the demo of in like a later live stream or something. So you just need to do like all of the micro tasks, and then you get more score basically, and that's it. And cool is Neuron Activation. It did that. So yeah, I think the biggest problem that this trailer has is explaining what exactly the game is going to do. Like sound effects, UI, graphics are all good. I think the story point also is a little bit kind of weird. Like the evilness, basically.
Acceptable. Road record. Are you human?
Wait, where was it? Like the section where it's like this part, like the do not trust him. So yeah, I feel like it's meant to be a soundboard for audio, but can't use a real one. Really polished and slick looking. No, yeah, indeed. I think also indeed the camera movement for just being a static game is extremely strong. And hi Nicoletta, by the way, as well. Yeah, lack of explanation of the red things. Like it's kind of part of the puzzle, I guess, but it also comes kind of like random. So I feel like that's the biggest problem of like the game has very good game feel and all of that, but it just the trailer doesn't explain what the game is. I think that's the biggest thing of like I'm left just asking more questions, but not in a great way. Like once again, this is like some kid on X his like demo reel almost of how they do like motion graphics or whatever. I guess if the goal is to convert the demo, maybe people want it, but I think actually like selling the game based on this, I think it's a lot harder, or like more hard already at least. So yeah. I want to kind of quickly skip a few ones. I want to, because Ginger is back, I want to go and take a quick look at the All Hail the Orb trailer and then come back to the previous ones. So yeah. The main purpose of trailers is to make sure players get the, oh, that's just my type of game. And I think to a certain degree, I think it intrigues, but I don't think it converts the trailer as much. I think that's kind of the thing of like, it's not really a, fuck yeah, this is the game for me. Which I think is going to be a different story with this trailer, which is for an incremental game by Leginger Dev, who is over on in Twitch chat. So let's take a quick look. Turn the volume up a little bit. Is it the default? Okay, let me turn it up a bit. Seamus already says it. Now, this is my type of game. From 10 seconds I can see it. Yeah, because in the first 10 seconds you'll immediately understand what is this game. And you didn't have that with the previous trailer. Also, great sound effects. I think that's actually my biggest complaint, is that while the sound effects are there, I think they could be taken up a little bit higher. First point of complaint, for example. I hope this goes through. This is going to make the most sense if you guys are watching with like headphones. Is this shot. And I don't know if you guys can tell what's wrong. But like a very stupid thing is like the door opens to the left of me, but it's using stereo sound effects that are only coming from the right. And maybe it's a kind of like nitpicky thing. The door audio, he already knew it, that this was going to be a problem with the trailer. So I think that was one. I think it's other points. I think you could have maybe like gone harder here with like the sound effects here. The only sound effect is you have the pickup. I would probably have something like the candle flicker or whatever as well to make it stand out a little bit more. Hi Ziggler as well. Where like here also, like there's no sound effect for letting him go. Like there's no like UI sound effect, like no little like pop or something like that. which once again feels a little bit flat. This is a shot where once again you have like very soft pops, but it misses like that more broad open soundstage, I would say. In terms of sound effects, like I like this like deducting. It was a bit weird. Like here once again, I would have like lightning zaps in like the sound effects where it's, I would say this trailer is like 80% music and then like only a little bit sound effects. Like here as well, like you are literally opening up the cosmos and it has no sound effects. Which once again, I feel like you can add like some hyperdrive sounds or anything like that basically to make it stand out more. I think explaining the game and the genre, that's absolutely fine. I think the trailer just misses that sound effects oomph. The main thing is it's missing audio in the game. The benefit is you can just add this stuff in post as well. You don't need to make it in game first. You can just download an ambient track and slap it in the trailer and go from there. You don't need to like wait until you've done the actual like full game before you can do it. I think that's my main piece of feedback. Also, like this trailer is pretty short. It's like 40 seconds in total. Call to action starts at basically like 32 seconds as well. Which is, I think, all you need to explain a game like this. Of like, hey, I have numbers go up, and there's more mechanics of like the upgrade system and all of that. It explains everything of like things expand in your base and all of that. Which I think is also perfectly fine as well. I think it just misses more sound effects and more ambience. Yeah. And I think that's it. I think overall this is a pretty good trailer. I'll give it also... I don't want to give everything an 8 out of 10 though. Maybe an 8.5 out of 10? Best game trailer so far, in my opinion. Yeah. So far it's been very good. Which, I don't know if it's a bad thing to say. Surprises me sometimes. So, let's dive back to before we skipped. Now you have your feedback, Le Ginger Dev. Because this may be the first one that, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit more rough. Don't worry, I think we have some rough trailers coming still our way. But yeah. I pretty much kept you up to date. Thank you for covering it out. No problem, Ginger Dev. Now it's back to development, I guess. Are you going to be joining the next fest? I assume so. So, sounds like a logical next step. The next trailer we have is Bonds of the Zodiac. And this one I've seen in our Discord and like on Reddit pause by a little bit. But yeah.
この村、私が来てから何年経ったんだろう。ここは。あの子たちが私に助けを求めてきた。助けなきゃ。解き放ってあげないと。ボンズ・オブ・ザ・ゾディアック。
Okay. So. I think this is... So, first off, I recognize this asset. We've used this for Magical Girl cards as well. I mean, there's only so many Japanese environment assets. Whatever. What is this start? I think just having the car drive for the first 3 seconds maybe it's not the thing. Don't like the mismatched assets. The developers are running into the exact same problems that we had with my I keep forgetting the name. Magical Girl Guardians, that's the one. I think maybe it's not my style, but I think this just does not look good in terms of visually. Like, this is oversaturated, I would say. And then the sound
こ
effects.
の村
Sure.
私が来てから何年経ったんだろう。
I also don't really understand what is the. I guess it's like a 3D platform, like a 3D adventure style game, more or less. I want to look this up on Steam because I'm not really sure. I guess it's kind of like a narrative walking sim game. Bonds of the Zodiac. Walking simulator, narrative, emotional. Yeah, okay. Drawn into a mystical realm where the Zodiac spirits are bound by the Jade Emperor. Mediate their inner struggles and guide them towards freedom. So, maybe this is more of a cultural thing. But I feel like this trailer, or this game in general, is also doing the faux pas of mixing Chinese and Japanese culture in the same, like, in the same game and the same setting. Also, where this music, as far as I can tell, is more Chinese influenced than Japanese. Yeah, dude, Japanese culture have Zodiac, they do, but they don't focus on it nearly as much. And also things like Jade Emperor is like 100% like Daughter of the Moon Goddess level shit of like this is like all like Chinese culture basically, where you have things like Jade Emperor and all of that. But okay, let's keep focusing on the trailer a little bit more. Also like this image. This is very much like the Zodiac, I guess.
あの子たちが
One thing as well, is this placeholder art? These like white glowing cubes
私に
in the
助けを
trailer? Where like, oh, something appears. They have a little dot above them. This screams placeholder art to me. I guess this is supposed to represent like a yokai or something, which is like the Japan like spirit monsters. But these are just like cubes with like some bloom on it.
来た。助けなきゃ。解き放ってあげないと。あ
Also,
げないと。
maybe I'm the, no way. Splash potion. Can I just look up SFX? Okay, no, it is different. I feel like I recognize the SFX. Is it a XP bottle? Yeah, it's the XP bottle. Oh, it's gloss braiding. Minecraft SFX is an asset pack. I don't know. It feels very out of
あげ
place.
ないと。
Also, there's not even anything I feel like you're doing
つけ
here.
なきゃ。解き放ってあげないと。
Oh, you're supposedly breaking the gloss of like this thing to set it free. Yeah, the Minecraft SFX is like an instant. Oh, this is not the.
と。
Holy shit. Also, the typewriter effect is kind of rough. Like, this game feels too early to have a trailer made. So, you're telling me, MD, this turned into, this got onto game trailers. Okay. I'm gonna bet people did not really enjoy this. Official composer here. Pretty nice. Okay, so people seem to... Okay, so one person at least... Okay, so developer here, yes, it's stock sound effect. It's been around for a long time and it's used in a lot of media, including Minecraft. I still think even if it's a stock sound effect, you shouldn't use it because it is so instantly recognizable. But hey, people seem to enjoy this. Yeah. I I just think it's like culturally. Oh, I'll show myself again. It could be made up fantasy, yeah, but I think like culturally using Japanese voiceover for a game about Chinese mythology mixed with Chinese one is I just think it's a bad move. But hey, people seem to like it. And they're gonna localize to Japanese as well. Because I mean the audio is. The sound effect does not bother you. Yeah. It does kind of annoy me. Serbia. It feels like a game made by someone who has never gone to Asia as well. I think it's a big problem. Like, oh, this is like the monster, I guess. Maybe it's supposed to be a door. It is a good rage bait to get the game famous? No. Doesn't Genshin mix Japanese and Chinese culture? I think they do it better than this. Genshin does it as in like a celebration of both. This is like Moxen says, I watched 3 anime and this is my video game. Indeed. It's kind of what this this feels like. And I think it's also just in such a rough state. I think the game just looks very rough. Because like here also you have like the very traditional cutting the red ropes, which is like getting the red rope of fate. Once again, 100% a Chinese cultural thing. Where it's like that idea of like 2 people get intertwined with a red rope and they're bound forever together. And also like there's no game feel, there's no sound effects. It just disappears. There's no shadows indeed. Where, I don't know, Zach, you, many things in Japanese culture were brought over from China. I mean, kanji were brought over from China. I don't know, Zach, how does this make you feel? I feel like it's kind of a... It feels very wrong, I guess, to me as well. But, like... Okay, let's focus less on the game and more on the trailer, maybe. Because I think that's also what we need to do. What do we need to do? Is, I think, first quick answer. That doesn't really... Like, it's a walking simulator. But, like, nothing makes that much sense. Like, part of the walking simulator works. Also, what was the basic height map stuff? Oh, just the fact that it's, like, flat, I guess. Oh, it's just a still image, or... Oh, this is very, this is very rough. Also, the scene, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Genshin is made by the Chinese. They can indeed do whatever they want. I guess the concept of the game would be to set the 12 animals free. If it's not Japanese made to the voice in English, it's instantly less jarring. Probably as well. Okay, what do we have to say here? First person, her grandmother died. Break the bond with the Jade Emperor who keeps them confined. Oh, so China is the bad guy. Solve puzzles and sever the bonds that keep them confined. So basically you have to get the 12, find the 12 animals and set them free. What's appear? Tangible strings. Free demo is available now. What does the demo say? People seem to like it as well. So hey, what do we know? I just don't think the trailer is that solid. Gorgeous visuals? Am I just like a certified A-tier hater? S-tier hater? The art style is beautiful. Well, you did rate small open world high on your tier list. Yeah, but I think at this point I'm just a certified hater because I really do not like this art style. I do not like this at all. But hey, what do I know? Clearly not enough. What are you looking at wishlist wise? Looks like friend reviews, maybe something like that. 600 wish lists. Standing wish lists. It went from, oh no, give me a year. Okay, they've had like some slow growth. And then like a few festivals or something like that. Pretty solid overall. Maybe. I really don't like it. I think this is at best a 5 out of 10 trailer. I think this is one of those trailers where the gameplay just immediately drags down the entire trailer in terms of like visuals, UI design. The way your fonts are like kind of whack, the way the graphics just this thing has no shadows. The rope has no game feel, the levels feel empty. You're using stroke. I would not have made this game this way. Yeah, I can't give this a good rating. I just don't see this being a good game. You just see it as a professional, maybe. Yeah, if you're like a cozy developer, it's a different story. I can't figure out where this game fits in the market. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a calm walking puzzle kind of game. Yeah, but like I would expect the visuals to still be a bit better. Anyways, I'm not gonna keep dwelling on it. How would I make this game less saturated? I think that's the first thing I would say. And like these textures, yeah, seems like a visual novel but with walking. Yeah, and then like some light puzzles. I think this game is just literally the problem of Magical Girl Guardians, but then in the first person perspective, where this asset, this like town asset, just is impossible for it to look good, is what I realized. And it was so miserable that we just ended up canceling the entire game because of how not good it is, basically. So yeah. Anyways, next game. You could pop into the color panel. I think that's gonna be a rough one, but sure. Adjustment layer. I don't know how much I can save this. Let's take a look. Yeah, probably from non-game asset video clips mixed in to help carry the gameplay. Okay, so we turn down the saturation. It's kind of destructive though, because you're going from high to lower. I think I also want to lower the exposure a little bit. Creative, what do we have here? No. Let's go back to basic. I think it's just like too brightly saturated. Higher contrast, maybe. If you see where we come from, I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to do it this way with the adjustment layer, but I just think it ain't there. Let's go to the next trailer, Fragments, and see what we have there.
What happened there in the forest?
This is bad AI voice.
What made you change your mind?
you can, you cannot make a horror trailer like this and then end your trailer with your studio logo written like this. This is like all of the horror is just out of the window when you call your studio name Dangly Dango. And it looks like this with this font. It should start with the logo. It should just not have the logo. Ah. Okay. That aside, some trail make it seem like game is a spiritual journey rather than a horror game. This feels very much like a walking simulator. I think first, okay, so some things I have here. I think the subtitles, very dumb thing. Subtitles are way too big. I think needlessly big. Also, don't give them like 1 pixel of stroke. Just give them some drop shadow. You know that at this point.
What happened there?
Yeah, this opening voice line immediately makes me not in.
In the
I think
forest.
The first 5 seconds of this trailer are like the worst.
What made you change your mind?
Is this guy about to kill himself? I
What
missed it the first time because it's so dark. This scene.
Made you change your mind?
And then I want to put a marker. How long are we doing this for? We then have a practically uninterrupted shot for 20 seconds. We go from 12 seconds to 33 seconds of just the walking in the forest. This is just not good, I would say. Way too long. And then I really like this second segment of especially this hotel room. I think you could have dropped the reverse thing. I think this is a very good piece of the game. Like just seeing this monster. This is probably my favorite part of the entire trailer. Up to here. Here it kind of loses it. I would have cut this out because of just how unimpactful also this trailer, like the attack is and all of that. It's just like loud sound effect and fade to black. But then the monster, you see it too close and it's kind of like not really great moving. And then it has like 20 seconds for the ending. You don't really see anything here. It's just too dark. Let me actually just pull up an adjustment layer again and just turn up the exposure so we can see what we're supposed to get. Okay, so I guess it's like flying over a forest. This is what exposure to the max. You cannot see anything. Even now that I know what I'm supposed to be looking at, it's very hard for me to actually see what I'm supposed to see. The call to action is just dead silence. You probably want to have some sort of like an ambient sound still. The wishlist now on Steam is, I guess, fine. I think you could just combine the two in one. If your game logo is this, your studio logo is this, then don't show it. Especially if you're making a horror game. So yeah. The first like few seconds don't really make sense. I liked it from the part here
What
of like
made you change your
this
mind?
is a very the logo is not sure why, but the first monster was not creepy to me walking from it. Could be better walking through the woods and suddenly comes from the front side. Yeah. What's the logo mean? Ah, so you guys don't know this. It's a Japanese snack. It's like mochi, like rice ball stuff. And then I guess the dangly is I don't know why. But yeah, it's based on this. It's real food. That's what it comes down to. No, I don't think it's an NSFW logo. It's just like it feels like a logo you made yourself as well. Also with like the default word art. Yeah, there's like some sort of monster here, but like you say, MD, you're walking for too long, step one, and then number two is like, once again, you don't really see much. You just see a floating. Does it have a body? It doesn't really seem to have a body either. It's literally just a floating mosque as well. That doesn't really make sense, I would say. And it's also like a very like, the sound effects don't really make sense either. Like this part, like the transition, I think once again is like pretty cool. Less. Here definitely you want to use like instant what is it? The instant jump cuts, not the crossfades, because the crossfades just look dirty with like the zoom in as well. I think you could have worked a little bit more on like the room, walk a little bit further. Okay, we can do this actually. Where does it crossfade? Okay, it crossfades here. So we take this and we rotate this 180. Okay, it's gonna look like ass. Ah yeah, it looks like ass because the carpet is still rotated. Oh well. And then I would have just turned it into a crossfade. I think also this part of the music at the end, I don't know what this is called, but it reminds me of like a Hans Zimmer sound. Is I think pretty okay. The monster doesn't really make a lot of sound though. And like the little leaning. But yeah, this once again uses it. And then the helicopter, this scene is kind of not great. It reminds me of the Interstellar OST. Yeah, like that's kind of the vibe that I have as well. What does this game... Here, it's this one, Fragments. Oh wait, you're serious? This is from the same publisher as the previous game. I thought someone said it earlier for shits and giggles. They are actually the same developer. Okay. I don't know if that changes things. It just feels like two very different games. Wait, what does it say here? This is only Alex. And then this is Alex, Lazar, and Vidan. Okay, so Alex is the guy who loves anime. Lazar and Vidan bully him for it, but they allow him to work on his own little anime side project game. I thought you were joking, Joggo. I thought it was just like for fun. Tormentor, Jumpscare, and Puzzle Guide. Focus on puzzles and narrative, mind-bending puzzles, 9 memory fragments, trauma. Bots. If you're including your Steam capsule assets, sure. I still don't really know. So I guess it's just a horror narrative walking kind of game. Like if every member of Byte Me made a different game at the same time, but then like we also kind of still worked together and we make games hyper specific about what we want. Now I want to see if Lazar and Vidan are also making games. No, both of them just go and refer to this general curator site. Hi, Byte Me, greetings from Argentina. Hi. This trailer has no footsteps and heavy breathing during the 20th talk as it should. IMO. Yeah, I think this is like also like a 4. I think this is a 4 out of 10 trailer. If this is a 5 out of 10 Bonds of the Zodiac, I think they definitely didn't cook with this one of like they had maybe some potential. As in, like, the art style, I like this art style more. But I think the trailer can be massively reduced because you don't need a 20-second segment of you running in the forest. And then the outro is also way too long. I'm going to keep this at a 4 out of 10. Evil Marnix is starting to appear. Okay, next game. Vocal Horror Stories. Gaja, Indian game. Announcement trailer.
Hello? Who is it? Show me yourself. Show me yourself. What the?
Okay. Okay. So, microphone required in the, I think it's chiller. Yeah. Please look for a little bit of a different font. Where is the one that I can just like give like it's the same, right? Yeah, it's the exact same. Okay. Find yourself a better font. Step number 1. There's this First off, microphone required. Fine. The game responds to your words. Fine. But have a trailer where your game actually responds to your words. Because, like, oh. First thing you say. Hello. Nothing happens. Looking at like the gameplay, I feel like if you scream or like your voice goes over this red line, something will happen. But this kind of reminds me, like, I feel like they wanted to go for the horror version of that spell fighting game where you like say what you want. I'm not exactly sure what. But they show nothing about the actual implementation of how does that work. It's just one single scene basically for 35 seconds. That then also the show me yourself. It's so silent. Like, this is like the guy records this with like his mom in the next room, and it's already 11 p.m. so he can't be too loud or she's gonna yell at him. But it's like, show me yourself, which doesn't really fit that well either, I would say. I like the art style. I think the art style is very solid. I just think the rest of the game is not explained at all. As in, like, okay, what is the benefit here? I feel like this is a trailer that's like a teaser trailer or something, like announcement trailer. But it doesn't explain enough of like, what is the actual thing about this game? Because it just doesn't make sense. Another thing as well.
Who is it?
Like, here you're like, who is it? Give yourself subtitles and then make it also like you can control this build. If you just say who is it once, and then you have like who was it, who was that, who was, and it's like 3 times, like we can see that. It doesn't really work good either. Yeah. I don't want to be mean, but I get the same feeling from this trailer as I get from any meeting that could have been an email. We spent time watching a clip and got nothing in return. Sorry. I guess so. Like, you don't need 35 seconds to show like just the art style and nothing else really. Like, I guess like Hiro wants to be like, what the fuck? But it's just like, what the? And then, because like his mom once again is in the room next to him, and if she hears him say fuck, then she's gonna beat him with a broom for the next day. So I guess that's kind of the thing as well. I feel like they could remove the microphone requirement and lean into visuals. I think that is indeed the way to go here. I think the microphone doesn't seem to add much to the game. And even if it does, I think it still may not be worth it to keep it. I want to take a look. Vocal horror stories. Like, they have it in the name, though. An elephant-headed entity haunts your home. Your voice controls your anxiety. Whisper to survive. Scream and it gets closer. Episodic voice interactive psychological horror. Again, alter the mental state. But I feel like you're still not really explaining what it actually does. You still don't really showcase what is happening, I would say. Like what the voice does to make it better. I think you really don't need to keep the voice. Tamil, that's a very specific language. I guess it's something Indian. I have never heard of Tamil before. South Asia. Yeah, okay, I am learning new things. Screenshots look visually different from the trailer. Let me look up again. Kaya vocal horror stories. I think it has the same like filter grain thing. It feels pretty similar to me, I would say. I think here I am like in the mouth, because these are teeth and this is a tongue, which is a unique thing. It's still a default Unity Text Mesh Pro font. People don't renovate following before leaving forever. Yeah. I think they're keeping the general art style consistent at least throughout everything. A game controlled by microphone sounds like it could be where you talk to R2-D2 or something. Not so much as a horror. I think it doesn't make sense for this game, and it doesn't really showcase why it would make sense. I think this is a 5 out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10. It's not great.
You want money, I will pay you. Build your tower.
Great cold open. No need for the logo. Okay, I'm just gonna give a shout out because my ears are starting to hurt from this. This is why you don't want clipping audio. It just sounds miserable and it just hurts because all of the detail is gone and it just is like pain, which is not good. You see like how this doesn't move? Because you're losing clarity. It looks similar to Domare. Robinson, was this yours? Ready to run 3K. This is... Oh yeah, so this is yours, Pinnacle Point. Okay. Yeah, so this is yours. Make your audio better, for fuck's sake. This is miserable. It's way too loud and it like genuinely sounds bad. Okay, so that's the first thing. At first I was like the voice. I was like, I don't know if I like this, but honestly I kind of like how quickly it explains what you're doing. I would have dropped this part of the Ready to Run Games presents. It's Microsoft Sam. I think it's fine. I think it's just so abstract, but it explains the concept so fast of you want money, I will pay you, that I honestly don't mind. At first I was like, what is this? But I do like it. I think it's just the point of like Ready to Run Games presents. I think that one wasn't needed. Wait, does your audio... Your audio has like an issue here. I think with the music. I'm not sure. You have like in the background of your soundtrack, you have like this tick tack, like the clock ticking. I think you're kind of missing a very nice opportunity to make this trailer feel way more like smooth flowing by doing a little bit more cuts and timing the cuts on those tic tacs basically. Like not every single one, but if you do transition, always have it be on one of those points. I think certain shots are a little bit too long or could be shortened. This flashlight's supposed to show anything? Oh gee, I hope I can see where I'm going with my flashlight, and then it's just pitch black. Oh, this is the same shot. We've seen this shot before. Right? Is it the exact same? So we have doll. We're going down. This is the exact same shot. We have doll going down. I think it's the same shot used twice in the trailer. It's also the same door opening shot I feel used twice. And this is where just so much of the detail gets lost. This section where you have this many overlapping sound effects and all of them are clipping. It will repeat because the game is like Groundhog's Day, but I would at least make it a little bit different visually. And then we have the jump scare at the end, which is like, I don't know, okay. I think the font choice, we talked about this when we made the Steam capsule, is still, this is way too cheap. Also, you're using a black background. I would not use the black background. I would use something else here. Even if it's just like an image or something. Wait. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find like when we talked about dolls made here in Discord, because you sent me like some images or something. Okay. I don't think I can find it immediately, but yeah. I would do something. Let the intro start. Yeah, it just hurts to listen to because it's way too loud. Oh, you have a store page up, I think, right? Give me a second. Upcoming releases, dolls made here. The good screenshots. Maybe this one. Can I don't think this is gonna work. I can, perfect. Of Ultra Key. Do I have the image? Yeah. I feel like maybe transparency doesn't work if I have a black. Okay, no, I just needed to increase the tolerance. Then we go Gaussian. Give it a bunch of blur. Zoom this shit in. All the way to the start. Position scale. Let's go to the end. Zoom out a bit. Like this. Sure. What does this give? Kind of ass. But I think something like this still would fit better than having simply black. And then just end the trailer sooner. I think you don't need the... I think you don't even need this. Yeah. I would just end it this way. What's the purpose of the loudness effects? I guess just jump scare, I would say. I give this a 5.5 out of 10. Maybe a 6 out of 10 if I'm generous. I think that's the most I can do. I think, yeah. So my ears are hurting from watching that trailer, genuinely. Okay. Next up. Ship VMAs. This sounds like a loud one. Let's turn it down a little bit.
Welcome, player. Go.
What do we have with all the robot voices in trailers today?
Seconds. 20 seconds. Faster. 30 seconds. Faster. Ship versus Maze. Maze wins.
Do we have here? Need more juice. Also the sound. See the gamer you want game juice level 100 like Sectori and it's just not there. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm even gonna shout out Eternal Enemy of Bite Me Games. Sasquatch Studios. What was the game called? Search. Does a search bar not have a store page? It does, it's just not linked. Okay. If you are making a 2D game, it just needs to be stronger in terms of hook and like juice and impacts. Come on, show me some extra gameplay though, Brandon. Just where like this at least has like so much different kinds of like game feel and like effects and all of that. That the other trailer just doesn't really have. You just have the same soundtrack and then sometimes a toot.
10 seconds. 20 seconds.
This is very low, I guess. Flappy Bird on crack? I don't think so. Feels like a bullet hell without bullets, something like Star of Providence. That's a great trailer. The problem is we have like this subsection of boomers in our audience who feel like games peaked at arcade games. And anything that's not an arcade game is not what they want. Maybe this is somewhat similar. But yeah, there's so much more happening here, basically. the music is just it's a very
10 seconds.
dragged out trailer also. Whereas like, okay, we see the hook, but there's only one thing you do this entire game, and that is move around. I don't need to see the same thing for 40 seconds. Where I is this a Steam game? So this is a Steam game as well. Like, this does not belong on Steam. I really like the ship maze a lot. I would play it if it was available now. Really? Like, the game this reminds me the most of also is like a Super Hexagon. Are they on Steam? I don't think so. I'm surprised. Okay, they are. Of like, yeah, there's one thing, but Super Hexagon came out in 2012. And I think still felt like at least from like visual identity, like, okay, we're flying through mazes. Fly, crash, repeat, the maze always wins. Why would I play this? What is the store page? It's like just a few sentences. It's just English, Japanese, French, German, Dutch. Okay, so this guy's from Belgium or Netherlands. Super Hexagon is banger music also. This has nothing.
20 seconds.
This is just navigating a maze with different colors through space. So like, yeah, sure, the trailer doesn't do anything inherently wrong, but it's also because the trailer doesn't do anything. This is just gameplay footage stitched together with a soundtrack on it. And a little bit of voiceover. And I think this is just too basic. It's a speedrunner game, but they don't even focus on that. It's like, yeah, okay, you want to solve the maze, but then show me something like leaderboards. Show me a finish screen or something like that. So it's a gameplay problem. This is a gameplay problem. Like, the trailer is, like, I guess kind of fine, but the game, there's just not much game. You're making a Steam game and a Steam trailer out of an itch.io project, and you're turning it into a 45-second trailer. And I think that is just not the move here at all. There's no speed boosts. Isn't that what every game trailer boils down to? Gameplay footage with soundtrack? No. You can do storytelling with how you put the gameplay footage together. You have sound effects. You have all these other things as well. You don't just do soundtrack and gameplay footage. That's like level 1 trailer. But you want to go way higher as well. Trailer is pretty good, but it's just not marketable. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what I said. Did I give this a score or not? It's like a 5, 6. No, it's a 5 at most. This next game, I looked at a little bit. I think it's pretty okay. I'm just gonna say that. It's streamer bait rage game Friendslop, so you know it's a banger. Okay, so once again, your audio is clipping, which is shame on you. It just sounds bad. It's not clear what the controls would be. Oh, I think I looked at the Steam page. Yeah, let's take a look at the Steam page. Wait, what is it called? Carry the pack rack. The name makes no sense, honestly. So one player steers and the other player controls the pedals is what it comes down to. So you have to like work together in that regard. And then you have a box at the front that you're transporting. I think the game concept is a little bit weird. I kind of like the concept, but I also feel like it's a little bit weird. But yeah, that wasn't clear at all. I think that is a very good point. I think it's kind of supposed to be made clear because of how... give me a good shot. Like, this guy is holding the steering wheel. And then this guy is just chilling. But that doesn't get really conveyed. I think, like, if you look at it with that idea of, like, you can see it in the gameplay also. Like, you're kind of, like, holding hands together. But maybe it needs to be a bit more explicit. I think some other dumb stuff, make it the text should be a lower third. You put it at the bottom third of the screen and not at the center, because now you're also covering up your characters, which I think is not ideal. Sneeze. Maybe an overlay of a pedal on the left and steering wheel on the right, like streamers that show what keyboard buttons they are pressing. Maybe. I think the pack also doesn't really make sense. Like, deliver the pack, I would like an easy way to make it make sense is like have a cargo loading dock, where like someone drops the car or the pallet onto the car. But why is the pack on the trunk as well? I think this is a gameplay concept. I look at this and I'm like, the side tangent. I'm like, okay, I think I can honestly make a better version of this. Am I an ass for saying that? 100%. But like, I think there's like some weird decisions. But I do like the idea of one person steers, one person drives. And then they have like the very wobbly car controller. And it's like kind of like a boat of a car. But like, yeah, you have like some kind of... This is like the sweet jump, I guess. The one that you do show. You're a streamer, this is your bait. Your opinion is fair game here. I think the Cinti assets also don't really... Or just have voiceover and text of one person steers, one person drives. I don't think you need to have the voiceover. I think I wouldn't do it. In this state, it will get boring in 30 minutes. Maybe as well. Should have one character with no arms and one with no legs. Make it super obvious and silly. Yeah, but the problem is like the legs are hidden. I actually had kind of a similar idea once, long time ago, for a game about like the tandem bikes. I didn't think about, oh, one like front person steers, rear person like pedals, or like not pedals, but like pedals? Pedals, yes, pedals, not pedals. But yeah, I never ended up doing anything with it because I was like, I don't know what to do with it. I think maybe another thing. Let me actually hear it again. Coming back to Sock House, there are no sound effects in this. This is just gameplay footage with a little bit of cinematics. But once again, there's no city sounds, there's no impacts, there's no bangs. The music is way too loud. And then there's no sound effects, which once again, I feel like these are like somewhat easy W's of like, you want to have sound effects in your game anyway. Having like car engine sounds and things like that would work really well. Also, hi Sean. So yeah. In a scene of Grab a Friend, you can have the one with no arms and the one in the wheelchair next to the car in the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's maybe overcomplicating it already. I think just also like never drop it, where you're kind of explaining the premise in the last like 5-10 seconds of the trailer once again. And the impact isn't really that clear. And then we just have like the transition. I think it's a 6.5 or a 6. I think it's just barely not good enough to have Dick Serdo write an article about it. I think Carry the Pack Rack is a very weird name. Is it only me or is his voice too low compared to the videos? I think it's just you. But yeah. I think the guy in the driver's seat put hands around the other guy to distinguish easily. Yeah, something. Not sure where. Like you said, it's just weird to have a normal car. Yeah, carry the package in the front. Yeah, it's like it misses that, but that's like not related to the trailer, I guess. Oh, I think their hands are in casts. This guy's leg is in a cast. And this guy's hand is in a supposed cast, but it's just a cylinder. It's a white cylinder. I think it's supposed to visualize a cast, but it's not clear enough. As a native indicator, I have no idea what the name really means. Carry the pack? Maybe. Carry the rack? Carry the pack rack? No sense at all. Yeah, they needed to focus more on the fact that they are supposedly in costs, I would say. I think otherwise, like the level design seems to be fine. And like the car controls, I think it's just like explaining it from the trailer that is not really worth it. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Sound effects, make it more clear, turn the text into the lower thirds, make the music way less loud, and find a way to show the characters better. Or just explain it. There isn't a luggage rack and they aren't carrying a pack, yeah. Could even show the guys getting in the car. Yeah, something like that where like both of them are wheeled in on a wheelchair, or like one guy's walking and the other guy's wheeled in. I think there's some missed opportunity to like visually explain what is going on, basically. So yeah. All right, let's head into the next trailer. This is a Bite Me game. This is a Bite Me viewer game. Sound effect is killing me. This will be the best-selling game of all the trailers so far? I don't know. Is it incremental? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's more like... Oh, my dude, you're... Action roguelite bullet hell. No, this is another game. Right, this is another game. So the game is not on Steam yet. Steam coming soon. Coming is with one M, I guess. Hey. I don't think this is an incremental game, at least. The middle slash ends with we at the start. My brain has no idea until I saw it slowed down slash zoomed in. The screaming sound effect, or like the... Oh, also, this is not how you do your text. And like the transitions, it's just like... For like half a second, you can see nothing. What are we looking at now? Nothing. Just use instant cuts. Pacing feels slow indeed. And then like the UI design, like the giant button, and then like tiny text. Like this is like font size 12 and this is font size 48. This is art direction, I'm too young. And then zero padding. Oh, we're still using placeholder as well. Of like, there's just no image here at all. This sound effect kills me. This looks like just a guy screaming in his microphone. StarCraft 2 UI from Temu. I think like this shot was very good of like him zoomed in on like the spaceship. Like give it like a second more and it could have looked like interesting. Challenge bosses. The cosmic snowflake. No way. Grab the demo at HLIO. Wild space. It's not even on HLIO yet? What are we doing? I'm on studio speakers and those menu sound effects have gotten nasty. Yeah. It's this, the sounds are like the sound effects in general, like also the screaming. It just kills me. Yeah, I hate to break it. Is this a worse trailer than the Zodiac game? This text just makes me cry. And then the game UI makes me cry. And then the transitions make me cry. And then the tiny UI that doesn't really seem to showcase like specific things makes me cry. Hi John as well. I hope this is not your game. I will cry then. So yeah. Looking at the UI, it looks like they learned a bunch of lessons and not understood how to apply them. Yeah. Action Vocalite. Is this like a Survivor like? Because they have like the levels as well. Like, I'm not sure what this exact genre is going to be. It reminds me of the Level Cap game. Can I just look up Level Cap? No. But then, like, very, very basic Level Cap game. C-Beams. That's the one. Where it's like that same angle, but just 5 million times better in terms of, like, graphics and UI. Give me like gameplay. Of like, just like all of this. Like, you know, it's kind of similar in terms of like perspective, I guess, but just the UI is so rough and like the sound effects and all of that. And then the transitions. Oh, the transitions just aren't there. And then the logo. Yeah. He's saying that this is a 4. No amount of... It has old school charm though. Not to me. I'm too young for this. I am not the target audience then maybe. But I think genuinely this is, sure, maybe old school charm, but I don't think we need to keep trying to be old school about it. Oh, this was the final trailer that I had prepared as well. in terms of like I wanted to look at. So we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trailers. I can do like a few more, I think. Like 2 or 3 maybe. So let me take a look. I have my spreadsheets. So which ones did we do? Because I know there's holy shit, so many people submitted their trailer still. Okay. I think we went up to this one. So we had all of these. I'm gonna mark as completed. No YouTube trailer yet, it's on the store page. Okay, yeah, so this is a DQ. Because I need to be able to download it. Which ones do we do? Oh, let's take a look at Surface Breaker from Brano. He's probably asleep at this point, but I think I wanna get your guys' opinion on it as well. Because if you're talking about old school, Brano's got it for you. Fuck, I need to give me like a few seconds. I need to like pull up some stuff because I have like some scripts to download the files. So yeah, anyways, in the meantime, while I'm stalling for time, how's it been going, everyone? What's the favorite trailer so far? I think the All Hail the Orb was pretty good. And then also CD. Why can I not change directory? Okay. Give me a second. Neural Activation. Neural Activation was a good trailer, but it just maybe didn't explain the game well enough for me. Okay. The Orb one, I think Orb needed a little bit of work. Is mine going to be skipped because it's a Play Store rather than Steam? I don't know. There's just no way we can go through all of them, regardless. How do I do this again? I have a script. YouTube downloader. Okay, we're downloading Surface Breaker. Let's take a quick look at what else. Is there like I Am Coin we already looked at before? What's like a name that sounds interesting? Shall we? Sure, MD. We'll take a look at yours and we'll take a look at Brano's and we'll keep it at those two. Download the second one. Because I assume you need a bit of a mental pep talk. Okay, this is a very short trailer, which honestly I am happy with. 17. Okay. So Surface Breaker is Brano's game. Let's take a look at it. Start all the way at the start again. Okay, so it's a 3D Dome Keeper indeed. I think first off, you're immediately making your life miserable by going for black and white color palette, but no, we go with it. I think the general like vibes. This is the one thing that I don't really understand. Why is there like the zoom in? Oh, is it like I have to go home? This is the one part that I'm like very confused about. Because the trailer goes pretty high paced, I would say as well. which is like, okay, like what am I looking at here? Is this a skill tree? But the skill tree goes like, oh, it's the cost. I see. It's the cost and it goes down when I buy it. And I unlock the next thing. Keeper skill tree. Okay. Don't tree before Atari Plumbers. And then like I like the animations also of like the get out. That's a pretty cool trailer, but it's Dome Keeper, right? I couldn't see why I'd play this over Dome Keeper. If I actually had an USB, I'd shine light on that. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, this is Dome Keeper. I'm not 100% sure like how it differs, maybe. Because I am also not really... The logo is, yeah, unique, but I mean, this is also their Steam capsule. I do like the idea of the like black and white theme, but it is a little bit I would give it like a 7. I think you're just always handicapping and kneecapping yourself over the color palette, and I think at certain points it is maybe a little bit too fast paced, where I would take like an extra second to explain a certain genre and then go from there. But I think overall it's not really that bad. Let's do the final trailer. Hand of Hexes release date reveal trailer, which unfortunately was not good enough for game trailers. Multiple times. Maybe you can do a palette swap for some zones. I don't know. The trailer flow works for Dome Keeper players. If you're unfamiliar, it's a bit quick. Yeah, I think that as well. And the aesthetics, I think you're always going to have some sort of a filter. But I think it should be fine. Because I think he knows like this is not going to be $1 million game, but it's still a game that he probably wanted to create and that there's an audience for as well. Even though it may not be the biggest audience. I think the trailer is kind of fucked. Let me check, because it feels very glitchy, but I feel like you would not upload a glitchy trailer MD. Let me try this media file. I think something's wrong with the file. Yeah, here it seems to be way smoother. I don't know why my Premiere Pro just fucked up. Okay, we'll have to switch to YouTube. Do you have this on YouTube? Oh yeah, I downloaded it from YouTube. I'm stupid. Hand of Hexes. Let's take a look at it this way. That cat sound is so cursed. I don't think that... I don't know what you did to that cat. Oh fuck, what's the fashion YouTuber called again? From like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like the OG YouTuber. Anyway, I think apart from that, my biggest question with this trailer, or like, you know, I get the genre, and the cards, and it's like tower defense. Okay. I think game trailers should take it. Yeah. I think my main question as a viewer, and as someone who has even played it, is like these in-between scenes often don't really make that much sense to me. Of like, what do I actually get here? Like you have a few more of them. Like here. Okay, this is this fine? Maybe. Gameplay once again is fine. It's only like those kind of like in-between ones where there's not like gameplay. I feel like there were a few more. Those are the ones where I'm kind of struggling with. Also, the cat sound is just so miserable. Like, I guess it's kind of like the in-between upgrade shop. There are events on the map. I try to show it by going to the kettlebell symbol on the map and showing the gym scene. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look. I go to the kettlebell. And there's the gym. But you like do this instant like half a second flash. It just doesn't make it very clear to me. Gameplay itself, absolutely fine. Just those in-between scenes. I think this is another very solid 8 or 9 out of 10 trailer. I would say. I think like once again the problem is in like the scenes where there's no gameplay, where it's also more of the like transitionary scene. It feels a bit more empty with like the borders. But that's like stuff that you fill up when there's like actual gameplay. I'm not sure what like if there is a solution, what the solution would be. But overall, I think this is a really solid trailer. This may be one of the better trailers we've gotten in today's submissions. So I wouldn't sweat it too much. The in-betweens need more context to be understandable to viewers, so maybe include only one. Yeah, I think that is definitely it's probably a game issue. Next one will be better. Are you going to be using text for your next game, or are you still scared of that? Is then the question. So yeah, I'm not full screen. It looks really cluttered. Maybe zoom on some of the tower defense parts could be more zoomed in to show specific things. Yeah, I guess like here, like these kinds of shots do feel very... Like this is still fine because it's tower defense. But then like some of these shots... yeah, my Premiere Pro is so fucked, I feel. Because I let go and it just goes back to like previous frames. Some of these shots do feel a bit... things, yeah. You could tell the story of the steps to play with the trailer. I think it's hard. Idler could be fun without text. Maybe, yeah, you could do that. But you still need to show like, oh, what's the up... you can do it, I guess. I don't know. I think also the art style is very unique and distinct. So I feel like there is still like some potential for this. If Game Trailers doesn't want to pick it up, unfortunately, I don't know. Send an email to AD Level. Maybe they'll pick it up with like the unique art style and doing it in Godot. Oh, now I get an error from Premiere Pro. It's like, there's a problem with this video file. So thank you very much. Unique and distinct equals hard to parse zoomed out for me. Maybe because I have like a preconceived notion about the trailer, but I'm not sure. Art style looks good. I think it's also because it's the later stages. It doesn't start as chaotic. But yeah. So yeah, overall, those were the trailers. We had some good ones, we had some stinkers. I don't know, what's the main recurring theme we found, I would say, on the trailers? I think the one lesson that I always keep having to bring back is like, the trailer is only as good as the gameplay. Because some of the trailers we looked at, the gameplay just wasn't there. Or like this one was like, yeah, sure, we have the microphone, but what's the point? Whereas I feel like if the gameplay is there, especially with like the Luminous Realms, for example, or Hand of Hexes, some of these trailers were very good. Like this has somewhat gameplay. Yeah, trailers are too long and redundant. Also, think those are the two things as well. They don't focus enough on what makes games unique. Most people come to lighting. Quality of game makes trailer quality. Yeah, I think Revolver, that's the one that it comes down to. So how's it going with your game about shooting barrels? But yeah, exactly my sentiment. I don't seem to care about the trailer if the game seems cool. So yeah, I think that's what I had to say. Can you guys give me like 1 second? I'll be like, I need to ask something off stream, but like don't leave. All right, the 1 second is done, guys. So I'm done. My throat is dead, but I've been having this like very curious cat basically sitting like next to me. The game devs part is over. I'm just gonna like give the stage because once again, you guys met my boss earlier today. It's not Thomas, and she's been like wanting to try out streaming. So I'm just gonna give you an audience of 130 people, and you can figure out the rest from here. I'm gonna put on some ambient music again. It's not Karma. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you very much for having watched me. I'll be heading off to the Discord again. You can still always submit games or whatever. And yeah, I think the stream will end in like some time. But oh, thank you also by the way, Bones10 for the follow. And yeah. Finally, the real stream begins. I don't know, Axel. I know nothing. Maybe this might be the end of Bite Me. Who knows?
Oh, I should use this.
No.
I need to talk. I don't really speak English, so please be nice to my English. Thank you. If you have any questions about Mornix, I can answer. Nani? Eh? Don't be shy. Okay. How should I do? I was so impressed like how Marnix did the live stream. What would be a good wish list goal for the first week? I think this question is not for me. I'm sorry. 英語上手ありがとうございます。How much weight does he really lift at the gym? How much you lift at the gym? What kind of exercise? Not much, but he can carry me. That's it. Does he have other... colored t-shirts. Don't white. Yes, he does. He has black one. That's it. I've been recommending him to wear something else. So he started wearing like high neck, long sleeve turtleneck. I think it's really looks good on him. But maybe he wouldn't wear it on the stream. I love your couch, by the way. Thank you so much. I chose them. That's really nice compliment. Thank you. Does he iron his t-shirts? Yes, he loves ironing. I'm kind of currently like unemployment, so I would like to help him. So I would like to do house chore, but he doesn't let me iron because he had so many complaints about my ironing. How well does he speak English? Manix, you need to speak Japanese here. He speaks Japanese pretty well. My parents don't speak English, so he survives. Would you join Bite Me Games? Yeah, if Thomas is going to pay me, I would like to help them, but I need to learn from zero. You have a cool husband, thank you. Me and my team love his contents. That's really nice. Love from India. Hello from Japan. Someone wants to work with you, Mornix. Did you live study? No. I've never been to... I've been to Belgium twice at this point, but not before dating with him. What sort of stream would you like to do? What sort of stream I would like to do? I don't know, maybe game? Is Mornix complaining about his YouTube opponent in private? Sometimes, yes. He doesn't like to get the comments about how he looks, especially about his eye bags. He sleeps very well and then, yeah, eat well, work out well. Somehow he still has very dark eye bag. I don't know what to do. Thank you. I'm still learning English though. What kind of game would you play on the stream? I don't know. We play Mario Kart at home. Maybe we can battle if you want to. What games are you playing currently? I'm so sorry that I'm not a gamer. Maybe I'm disappointing you though. I really don't play game. Oh, you're real. Hello. People think I'm like AI. I'm like AI. What he says about his audience in private, does he hate us? Oh, he loves them. He really thinks like you guys are friends. Do you have game idea that you would like me to make? I'll think about it. Do you plan on getting a pet at some point? Yes, I would like to have a pet. I used to have 2 dogs in my life. Unfortunately, both of them died at this point, but I would like to have pet at some point. Mornix wants cat. I want dog. So we need to discuss about it. Mornix looks much more attractive now. Oh, that's really good compliments. Have the number of viewers gone up since you started talking? I think YouTube numbers got the double. Like subscribers number? No, I have no idea. I have no idea how many. Went down. Okay, maybe it's gonna be boring if I continue this. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. How do you finish the live stream? Drink.
Keep making games, guys. Don't get distracted by women. See ya.
You need a love in your life.